Hello, hello. Welcome to my messy, crafty table today. It's going to be let's just hang out today because I am I've been so tired today, so I'm not gonna do anything that involves brain activity. I may as well warn you in advance. So I thought, since I have all these cardstock scraps, I want to make tags, and I'm going to use some of these. I really like them, but I'm just not using them enough. Same with these. Again, I like them, but I haven't used them a lot. Yeah, I use these a lot for a specific project, but I have a little bit left, so I'll see if I can use them up. And if I feel like it, I have these ugly papers that I really do not like. The ones with writing on are probably okay in small bits, but these, no. They are not screaming, use me, are they? So I'm gonna use them. We are not throwing anything away so far. So let's just see if we can do something with these. I think I'll start with this one. It's not horrible, but it's close. But yeah, I've been so tired today. I was falling asleep after dinner, so I thought, nah, better get on with it and get something done. I hate wasting time sleeping in the chair. I work in retail, and it's getting close to Christmas. Need I say more? I don't think so. So the next few weeks are going to be mad. I can promise you that. It's good that it's busy, but sometimes people get a little bit frustrated, and since I'm at the checkout, we are the people who take the beating sometimes, if we let them. There we go. In the old days, we used to say the customer's always right. I am going to have to disagree, because some people take that as a challenge. So sometimes, not a lot, but sometimes we have to put our foot down and say, nah, you're being a bit unreasonable now. Which can, of course, be done in a somewhat polite way, but we get the message through. Let's see if we can. Which one is it? Not this one. This one. There we go. Do a bit of inking. When I make tags, I just make what's it called? I do them very basic because you can always adapt them to the project that you're working on. And I think most of these are just going in my personal journal for next year anyway, so it doesn't matter what they look like, to be honest. Meaning I don't care about color schemes or stuff like that. Let's see what we have here. This is nice. I like the colors on this one. Let's see what we have. A bit too big. I think, oh, I saw this one over here. Not exactly though. As you can see, the color of these papers, they're just weird, strange. Nothing goes with them. But let's see if we can make it work. I'm sure something will show up. Yeah. I'll just choose something. It's not important how they look or what they look like. Yeah, let's do this. I think they'll be okay if you just use a little bit. I wouldn't use these just as standalone background paper for a page. They're just too... yeah, I don't like them. But it's a bit of a challenge to use what you have. Especially when it's something you don't like. See if you can make it work. That'll go there, and this one. Can go here. Oh, the right way up, please. Oh. Something like this. That wasn't very straight, was it? That looks weird. What am I doing here? It's fine. I'm not gonna think too much. At all today. just relax and let things happen. Sometimes that can give some of the best results. Not that I'm expecting miracles today, but you never know. Let's see what we can make. Yeah, I think that would be okay on here. This is making a bit of a mess, this fabric. Oops, let's get that out of the way before it ends up on my glue stick. What side do we? This one. I'm going to make some kind of mistake today, I think. And I will just use this one. I don't think I have shown you what I'm doing with my see. Oh, they're almost used. I don't always like the well, it's not silver, these gray, what are they called? I have some alcohol ink, so I'm just painting them so they look a bit rusty. And I think that's much better than just the boring gray sort of colored. See this? They disappear a bit more into the fabric or the lace, whatever you're using. That was one. As I said, I'm just doing it basic. So I have a few here that I made with some of my good papers. This could be an over the page, just with a paper clip. And I like this one. I don't know if you can see the shiny bits there. I'm also working a bit with in resin, and I've just made some Christmas decorations. And sometimes I get these drips and I just let them be, and I remove them when they've hardened so I can stick them on random on pages, tags and whatever. And I just thought I like the ones with a bit of glitter in them, a bit shiny. So I'm going to use those as well, and my little fabric scraps and lace and ribbon. Ooh, I like this one. Okay, that was some of this one. That wasn't too bad. As I said, if you use them with something else, they could actually turn out better than you think. What are we going to use now? Let me take some of this. And just make another little tag. I'm actually glad that I made my Christmas journal very early this year, because I don't think, or I know that when we hit December, I am not in the best Christmas mood. So I like the decorating and stuff like that, but and especially the lights. I have fairy lights all over the place. I'm driving my husband crazy sometimes because he can't see what he's doing. I just want the fairy lights on. We don't need all that glaring, strong light all the time. So we don't always agree with that, but at least we can agree that I'm right and he is not. So we have the perfect marriage. I'll just explain to him why he's wrong. He gets the final word, which is yes, dear. No, I'm exaggerating. I will let him have his way now and then. So yeah, I enjoy the fairy lights. And I have a very small Christmas tree because it's only me and my husband, so I'm not going crazy with decorations. I've done that when my kids were little. And with all the presents and, you know, stuff like that. It has to be done when you have little ones, hasn't it? We do it for them. And that's the way it has to be, or it's supposed to be, I think. Around Christmas we do things for other people, not for ourselves. Try to make other people happy. Speaking of resin, I gave a young girl one of my creations today, and she was totally surprised and very happy. So I like that. I like to give people stuff and just for as a little surprise. And it makes yourself a little bit happier, doesn't it? So what can I put on this one? What have we? No. See, I like these little bits and pieces, but sometimes it's hard to actually use them. Bit of color? No, not that one. This could be one of those finish it when you need it. Oh, I have the... Do we have something here I could use? Oh, something went on the floor. This one maybe. Let's try. There's nothing right or wrong with these ones. Just make them, and if you use them, fine. If you don't, well, cut them up, or yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to use them if I can't use them in my journals, but I can because I'm not too bothered. As I say, I'm not too bothered with color schemes and that. As some of you have probably seen this, my journal for 26. Excuse me. I've actually done, for the most part, done the first signature. So that is more or less finished. And I like to make my own journals very eclectic. Just use what I have, book pages, use up my ugly papers and my whatever I have. And just try things out. Yeah, that way. Yeah, just be a bit adventurous. I would never use orange, but I think this works. I like this saying, children see magic because they look for it. We should do that a bit more, shouldn't we? One of my paper clips, the hidden paper clips that I did last time, I think it was. So my own personal journals, there's lots of fold outs and different colors and playing with paint and watercolor and pens. So there's no specific color scheme or anything like that. I like it to be interactive and fun and sometimes pretty. I like this page. There's a little envelope here. A little cluster here with a little key on. And I'm just holding this envelope down with a homemade paper clip actually. These fabric butterflies, I have a tutorial for them as well. Just a little pocket here, envelope here, that flips up. And my little flower pot. So that's, yeah, that was the first signature. And now I've started on this one, but I'm not inspired. I don't know what to do now. It'll come to me, I'm sure. I like this one actually. I've just been sewing a little bit here, and then I put this little swirl on, just like a paper clip but homemade, and put this little writing spot in here. Oh, let me do it this way. So it's just a little dangle there. And some leaves I cut out from a book and did some sewing. As I said, I like to just play. It's not always pretty, I'll have to admit, but sometimes it inspires me and it gives me ideas for something that is pretty. Well, in my opinion, anyway. And something I can make it work better. Again, this one is actually a page that I took out of another of my personal journals, because I remove pages or put pages in as I go, because sometimes I don't need a lot of pages. For example, the last 4 months of this year I haven't done a lot of writing in my journal, so here I have pages I've taken out from other journals, so I can use them in the next journal if I need. If I just need a piece of paper to write on and glue it in, then I have them here. So I'm saving these. So I can use them, and sometimes I'll just tear them up and use them for collages or something like that, like these. Again, book pages and lace and scraps. Got lots of scraps behind here. So yeah, I'm trying not to throw too much away, but sometimes, you know, it's necessary to get rid of something. Last signature I haven't done a lot of in that one, so but I'm really looking forward to start on that one. I think that's gonna be one of my favorites. Should I just do another one? I can't use any more of these ugly ones. I want to do something nice if I can. Although, as I said, my head isn't into it today. Let me see if I can find something that's... I could use this one, couldn't I? Bit too big, too small. Yeah, it's gonna be that one. Let's see. Just stick it on. It's not important with this one because obviously I have to do a bit of cutting. There we go. That's sorted. What did I do with my... There it is. So I'm hoping you are having a good day and you have had a good week since last time. Have you started thinking about Christmas, or is it still too far away for you? I've made a list and for the things I need to shop. So next time I get paid, I will just order everything. I usually, when I get paid, I order all the dry stuff and, you know, flour, sugar, coffee, tins of fruit and beans and stuff like that. I order that for 4 weeks at a time, because where I work I get 10% off, so it makes sense to get as much as possible when you get paid. So yeah, I'll get everything in, and I'll get everything in for Christmas. And we get a little more off this time because it's Christmas. So I'll just fill the stock I have for as long as possible, because January is always a bit drab, you know. So I'll make sure we have everything we need. I've done the list. I've started putting it in the basket because I can shop online and get everything delivered from my company. So since I haven't got a car, it's the way to do it, I think. I can't carry all that home. Just walking. I'm a bit too lazy for that. This one doesn't need a lot, does it? I think it would be a shame to put too much on. Maybe a little flutterby. Oh, no, nothing. I think I will put a bit of lace on then. Should it be lilac or what do we use? I think I've used all the best bits here, to be honest. Yeah. Maybe. No, not big enough. What can we do? Maybe... No, calm yourself. I'll use this one. Just this one. Keep it simple, silly. Something like that. Yeah, that works. That works. And so on and so forth. I will just continue with this. But I think I will love you and leave you, because now I need coffee. Absolutely. So yeah, make tags when you feel uninspired and lazy and tired and all that. Just relax, let go, and do whatever you feel like. It may not be the prettiest, but it's something you can use anyway. And when you find the right page and the right project, everything falls into place. I think that's usually how it happens for me. But I will leave you now. Go and grab me a coffee, go to bed early, and hopefully get a good night's sleep. I think I need that. I will see you next week, hopefully. You have a good week, and see you next time. Bye.